The city of Lublin is the city of young people because we have nearly 100,000 students. On the other hand, it is the city full of history and past because in 2017 we will celebrate the 700th anniversary of granting the town charter. Therefore, our old town is a pearl of the past. We have to take care of this history and cultural heritage. We have to look for new solutions concerning cultural heritage management. Our participation in the project is a great chance to exchange experiences. It is also a platform of experiences exchange with cities having similar problems. A meeting of the city's representatives participating in the project took place in Lublin and concerned such exchange. Each of partners struggles with different problems with regards to cultural heritage management. Matteo Parinello talks about activities undertaken in Ravenna.
We are developing a pilot action around an application for tablets, mobile phones that will promote the city center and the historical sites in a new way, giving more information to tourists and inhabitants too. And this is the core of the activity.
Participants of this exchange liked our city a lot.
Really nice old city. You recognize that it's an old and grown city, but with all the colors and all the changing in the housing, you recognize that there are a lot of people caring for the city.
The municipal conservator of monuments talks about activities under the project undertaken in Lublin.
Między innymi opracowaliśmy projekt strategii zarządzania dziedzictwem.
We prepared, among others, a cultural heritage management strategy. We implemented a pilot action dedicated to cooperation with stakeholders within the public space of historical cities. The purpose of our pilot action was to prepare rules of cooperation with stakeholders concerning placing visual information carriers on elevations within local, historical urban areas. Therefore, we put strong emphasis on educational activities and cooperation in the form of discussion directly in places that were chosen for this action. Under the pilot action, workshops were organized for managers and owners of buildings located within the city center. Marek Staszek from the city's conservation office presents further details.
Staramy się przekazać pewną wiedzę o zasadach ochrony, o wartościach zabytków,
We try to pass knowledge on protection rules, on value of monuments, on rules of placing advertisements within elevations where we actually are. We also discuss a general plan of activities for the future. Workshops were organized at 4 different historical buildings. During meetings, a cooperation with managers of the buildings who expressed their interest in such problems were commenced. Such workshops will definitely help us as estate managers, because carriers that were placed on elevations are discussed with the manager of a building. We believe that due to such activities, our city will be even more beautiful. The city's conservation office organized a competition for designing logo of the pilot action. The competition was directed to students from the art schools in Lublin. Paulina Zaremska-Denysiuk, a jury's member, talks about the evaluation process. We took into consideration several points, factors that decided about our final choice. These were, for instance, clarity, adjustment to HerMan logo, direct reference to what this sign should present, together with proportions and ability to use designed logo in advertisement materials. The work of Dagmara Wojek, a student of the 2nd class of high school, was granted the 1st place. Additionally, a series of workshops for students were organized. The knowledge from these workshops was then taken by those students to primary schools located within the city center. Today, we have a chance to present this problem to slightly younger generations. We would like to focus their attention on what is going on, on the fact that there are too many commercials. We hope they will be able to influence this in the coming years. Because I don't really know whether they will be, for instance, entrepreneurs who will decide about such things. We want this message to be passed to their parents who can currently influence those things. In the beginning, we showed our own presentation. The presentation concerns Lublin and our advertisements. We also showed examples from other European cities. We showed good and bad practices. We talked about what advertisement is, what functions it has. We organized workshops for children. It is their task to design banners, signboards that will be placed on buildings. And then we talked together which are good and which should be left. Some of them really looked like Christmas trees. It was cool. It is as if we were small designers. I've learned which advertisement shouldn't be located on buildings and which should be there. It was interesting. We found out what advertisements might do with our brains, so to speak. The problem of advertisement is also raised by Wojciech Januszczyk, who organized a provocative installation on a historic building of the Center for Culture in Lublin. I hope that my installation will at least provoke additional discussion concerning advertisement issues in urban space. It is not only about cities, but also about their suburbs and entry roads to cities. Hubert Montik, the Municipal Conservative Monuments, talks about additional activities implemented under the project. One of the actions elements is Facebook fan page, Factory of Good Space, where I invite everybody. We also undertook activities directly in the city's space, such as the exhibition you could see just behind me. Rafał Kozakoziński, local cultural animator, expresses his opinion on the exhibition. Yes, I think it is a very interesting initiative which does not show any restrictions or direct orders how we should think about a city. It just shows some interesting examples and solutions. The exhibition raises awareness and creates a space in our heads showing what a city should look like. In order to make the city look better, we dedicate a guidebook for placing advertisements in historical urban landscape, which has been produced within the project. We hope that the cooperation with the stakeholders and owners of historical buildings will allow to manage the cultural heritage in a better and more effective way.